Okay, so I just finished a call with a client and now I only need to send him a proposal. And I just have to click here and boom, the proposal is sent. And by the end of this video, you will also know how to do this yourself. In this video, we will cover why we should automate proposal creation and most importantly, how to set it up. Well, if you are new to the channel, I am Daniel and I've been a Notion certified consultant since 2021. And since then, I have helped more than 70 business systemize and automate their operations, freeing the founders from the day-to-day. Okay, so first of all, why do we need to automate proposal creation? This only makes sense when you're receiving enough leads, so you have to generate enough proposals for this to make sense. The typical proposal can take from 2 to 3 hours to create, and not all of them are gonna close or are gonna turn into clients. So I would say whenever we have to create 3 proposals a week, it's a good moment to start automating this process. And the reason is simple. The more proposals we can put out, the more clients we're going to get, the more revenue we're going to have. And also, the faster that we send a proposal to a lead, the higher the chance that the lead is going to convert, because whenever he has expressed interest in our services is when he is the hottest. So the time to proposal is also very important in order to close the lead. So if you are sending 3 proposals or more per week, or you just want to automate it because you don't want to spend any time building proposals, let's see how we can automate it. We're going to need 4 things. 1, a proposal template, of course. Second, a proposal sending software, and we need this software to allow the client to sign such proposal. Third, a CRM system or customer relationship management where we are going to have all the lead data. And fourth, a tool to connect everything. Okay, step number 1, design the proposal template. This will depend greatly on the service that you're providing, but the only thing that you have to take into account when you are creating this proposal template is to define which are going to be the variables that are going to change from client to client. And for variables, I mean the client name, the client's company, even the scope of the project, like all those things that are gonna vary from client to client, you have to define them as variables. So far, only in the Google Doc or Notion page where you are defining this proposal template. Okay, second, we need a proposal sending software. There are a lot of softwares here. You can choose DocuSign, PandaDoc, Better Proposals, or this one, which is the one that I use, which is called e-signatures. The one thing that I like about this one is their pricing, where you are charged only 49 cents per contract that you send. This is the only service that I've seen with no monthly fees. So this is very good if your volume of proposals is not too high. So now we need to set up the proposal inside of this software with the variables that we have defined. Let's see how. So once we have created an account inside of e-signatures, we are gonna go to the templates and we are gonna create a new template. Okay, so let's say that this is the proposal that I have defined, and then you can swap all the different variables like customer name and everything with these curly braces. So if I am to add a new one here for the name of the company, for example, I can simply click here and then change the name. It is vital that we do it this way because the idea is that then we're going to have an automation running, which is going to swap the values of these variables with the information that we are going to have in our CRM in Notion. So now we're going to give a title to this proposal, proposal X, and we are going to save it. That's it, it's saved. So step number 2, completed. Now, step number 3, we have to set up a CRM in Notion. The CRM is going to include all the lead data that we need in order to create this proposal. So for example, in my CRM, I have this data. This is a new lead called Daniel Canosa with this email, and this is the price of the service that we are going to provide. So I will want to swap the company name by Daniel Canosa and the custom fee by this total price over here. Then we don't need a discount because I don't make discounts. Then if you want to have a scope inside of here, you will just have to add another placeholder called scope. And then in Notion, you will have to have a text property where you are going to insert all the scope of the project. So the idea here is that as long as we have the information within a property within Notion, then we can use it and swap it in each of the variables. Okay, so now how do I connect Notion and all this data that I have here with these templates and send it to the customer with Make? Inside of Make, we are going to create a new scenario, and what we need is to pass this data to Make, and then Make is gonna pass it to e-signatures. How do we do this? With a webhook. We can create one over here And this is going to give us a URL. So this is going to be the URL where we are going to be sending the data. We're going to copy this address. And now how are we gonna send this data? Well, we can create a new button property, for example, which is called send proposal. And in this property, we are going to edit and we are going to send a webhook to this URL. And we are gonna send all the properties, or we can select the actual properties, but since there is no way to find properties here, I'm just gonna select them all. It's easier, and that's it. So whenever I click on this button, which I just did, make is going to receive the information from this lead, which it already happened. There are other ways to do this. You can also do that by a status change. We can have a status proposal sent, for example, like I have over here. And then we could build a Notion internal automation by going to the actual database, using these automations over here, new automation. And when the status is something, then we send the same webhook. Okay, so this will be another option. Now let's go back to our example, and we already sent the data to make. Now we have to continue passing the data that will come here into e-signatures. So for that, we are going to find e-signatures or PandaDoc or DocuSign or whatever you're using, create a contract. Of course, you will have to connect your account, but once you do it, which is very easy, you will be able to find your template. This is ours, proposal X. And now here are the placeholders. We have company name, custom fee, and discount. So company name is going to be whatever is in the property with the name. But if you want to see the actual data from the CRM, what I would recommend is that you run this module once and then click the button again. So this can have all the data. So like this is going to be much easier to map the fields inside of this step. So now company name, and here I can search for Daniel, which is much easier. And here is project title, plain text. And then we can find the other one, which is the fee. And I remember that it was 5,000, so I can search for 5,000. We have here total price. And then signers, this is who we are going to be sending this to. This is also Daniel, and the email, which is over here. And that is it. Now we can run this. Let's go to Notion, click send proposal, and then this is going to happen. This is already sent. And now if I go to my email, here I have the proposal, I can view it. This will bring me to the proposal with Daniel Canosa already swapped and the fee already swapped. So I just have to sign, and that will be it. And this is 100% instantaneous. So imagine being on a call with a client, writing the scope and sending the proposal with a click, instead of going to Google Docs, duplicating a document, swapping all the data manually, and then sending it. So this was the beginner solution to sending proposals automatically, because all we have done is swapping different variables and the rest is the same. The next step, which is what we usually implement, is having an AI reading your sales call transcript, writing a personalized scope or whatever other variables we want, and then using those within the proposal. So you don't have to type all those manually inside of Notion, and the proposal becomes much more personalized to the client. So now if you are tired of having to learn all this on your own, and you will want someone like me coming into your business, see where the automation opportunities are, rank them by return on investment, and then build them, you can contact me in the description of this video. We can have a chat and we will meet. That is it for this video, guys, and as always, hasta la próxima.